Welcome to One of My News, episode 16. We're going to be talking about Fallout 76, just doing some more shenanigans. A pretty big announcement in gaming, which I'm kind of excited for. And the Nintendo Switch is doing pretty well in the markets. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to One of My News, episode 16. My name is Ryan Smith, and as always, as I fumble through my sentence, I'm joined by my co-host, Jordan Sims. What is going on this lovely fall afternoon? No, it's not afternoon, it's morning.
That's right. All those things. So, this person has been going around my apartment complex, leaf blowing. And so, at first, when I got up, they were outside of my condo. And I was like, okay, they're going to be gone. And then they were outside the back of my condo,
Just staring at you.
Yes.
Breathing heavily.
And then I was like, okay, no big deal.
Like a stalker.
And then they were outside my apartment again, air blowing. And exactly. That's
like Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. I was just like, listen, man, can you hurry up? I got stuff to do.
No.
And yeah, so that's really it. I haven't been up to too much, really. I beat 2 games, like I said, in One Up Me. I beat God of War and The Last of Us Remastered, which is really cool. And now I'm kind of
quick. That's so quick.
Yeah, it was. I'm kind of just taking, I'm still gaming here and there. I'm playing, Smash. But that's really it, just kind of relaxing, trying to get back into, I guess just having... What is it, a grace period before I just die completely, no life, Kingdom Hearts, when it comes out?
Yeah. There's a lot of games coming out. It is kind of a dead period right now. Not a whole lot of news, as everyone will find out. But also not a whole lot of games. Most, if not all, the major titles have come out. And a lot of the single-player titles, you've had time to beat them. Yeah. So, you kind of maybe play some multiplayer games. But besides that, my pop filter is falling to the wayside.
It just fell off. Yeah, I have Horizon Zero Dawn, but I don't want to jump into that yet. I literally beat 2 pretty meaty single player games, so I don't want to jump back into another single player game just yet. But what you been up to? You're off of school right now.
Yeah, I am. I've been playing God of War. It's really good. It feels like it's getting better as it goes. I feel like, I'm not sure how long it is, but I feel like I've got to be over halfway through. I'm not sure, though. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't say any what's happening or anything. Yeah. But I've gotten pretty far into the story, I think. Oh my gosh, we keep getting right there, and something happens, and it's nope, you got to go do something else.
Yeah, it's interesting. A friend of mine he got a PS4 and for Christmas, an early Christmas present, and he bought God of War, when it was on sale for $25 or $16, however much it was. And he I came into work and he's like, bro, God of War, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that's awesome. I love when people experience a game that's just it's not anything that they've experienced before, because he's never played any of the God of War games. He's only really played Call of Duty,
really?
And NBA 2K12 kind of a thing. And so he was asking me all this lore and stuff, and I was like, well, this and that and those and this and because this. And he's like, oh, that makes sense now. And so it's just really cool to see someone that's just blank slate go into God of War and them be able to explain a story that is understandable. He follows it and understands the backstory of Kratos, and he didn't have to play the rest of the games.
No, you don't have to play the original games. So I think it's interesting to see someone who hasn't played them, versus someone who has.
Yeah, so he's loving it though. He is, he's like, this is cool and that's cool and this and that, and I was like, there's so much stuff that I want to talk to you about and see your reaction of, but you're not there yet, so I can't bring any of it up, and I'm not even
gonna spoil things.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate getting things spoiled for me.
That's why he was like, well, what do you think about this? And I was like, well, I've beat the game. You tell me where you're at, and then then I can know what I can talk about. And he's like, oh, okay. So that was I was trying to help him understand.
Yeah, that's the way you should do it, definitely.
Exactly. And he was like, oh, okay, I didn't even think about that, man. I was just gonna ask you what you about this and that. And I was like, well, I can't talk about this and that because that's that's later.
Pop filter will not stay still. Sorry if y'all are hearing a bunch of like clacking and stuff, but
it's just doing the wave.
It's just like, yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, gravity is a cruel mistress.
Gravity.
Yep. Well, let's we don't have many new games. The first one is one that I brought up. It's not a literal remake of Dead by Daylight and the Friday the 13th game, but it's a survival game in which it is multiplayer. It's 6 people, so it's 5 stereotypical students. Think like the Breakfast Club gang versus
you couldn't have,
yeah,
the Breakfast Club game. If the Breakfast Club fought Jason,
exactly. If the Breakfast Club fought Jason or this other guy that I can't remember because I do enjoy serial killers.
Who are you talking about?
I don't remember, and it bothers me.
He was. You can tweet at us or tweet at Jordan at us. Like if you, he was talking about some, I guess, movie killer who strangles and eats people.
No. This actually, the Strangler in the game is actually based off a real life serial killer.
Oh,
like a real one. The other two.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh well, yeah. I thought. Okay, yes, but so the
Strangler.
Yes, the game.
I thought it was the hash slinging slasher.
Yes, so the game is last year, The Nightmare, and that game has, as it entails, you get to play as 5. It's a 5v1 multiplayer game.
I can't think of what that's called. There's a term for that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Dang, I can't think of what it's called.
An online multiplayer cooperative survival game.
No, I'm talking about like one person is more powerful than the others, but the others have numbers.
Oh, yeah, and some of their key features is, 5 playable survivors featuring 5,000 lines of dialogue. And it's like, that's pretty cool, good. I like interaction. They're talking about a fun and rewarding crafting system. But it's pretty much like 5 Breakfast Club children trapped in a school, and one person gets to be Freddy, this real life serial. So it's like the slasher, the Strangler, and
I don't know if I want to look up and try to figure out what this dude's name is, because then Google might be like, hey, you like serial killers, let's go talk to the cops.
Yeah, don't do that. Google already sends me weird stuff because I listened to the last podcast and left, so it's but check this game out if you're interested. It looks super fun. It either is going to be really fun for people to play, or it's going to be like not good. So that's like the scale that I put it on, because it looks like one of those games where it's like, this is going to be really fun during Halloween or just really any time, but it's probably going to be fun for people that have face cams and can do some streaming with it, and like a streaming party sort of thing. Maybe like a streamer could play it with their subscribers or people like that. They are going to get cross-play servers, so if you wanted to play with your friends, you're getting it on Discord early, you don't have to worry about, what if they buy it in a different game store later in 2019. It's going to have cross-play dedicated servers, which is going to be kind of cool for people.
Yeah, and go ahead.
And that's really it. It's going to be $29.99, and now listen to whatever Ryan's going to say.
I was going to say Friday the 13th, the game that Jordan was talking about earlier this year, that because of some legal shenanigans, they aren't able to give us any more updates, at least for the time being. So I'm pretty sure that game is all but dead. So this is gonna kind of, give Dead by Daylight some competition, or at least that's probably the plan.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for another one of these type of games, and check that out. And then the only other game really of note, Jordan was trying to scour the internet for something, but there's just not a whole lot coming out there's 1,000 games coming out, but I think we just kind of decided that we don't want to talk about every single game because that would take so long.
Exactly.
But is the third Spider-Man DLC, Silver Linings, which is out now. What all is this going to come with, Jordan?
It is probably some Silver Sable missions, because the first one was gang stuff, the second one was Black Cat stuff, and this one's probably Silver Sable stuff, if I had to guess. I honestly stopped following the Spider-Man DLC train.
Apparently the first one was really good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I wanted to get more Black Cat stuff, but apparently it wasn't what people expected, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because if I speak any more about it, it'll spoil things for me about that DLC like somebody else did, and I don't want to do that for anybody else. But I will say, just a note, if you do have a Switch, just go open up the eShop when you're listening to this. And
there's 1,000 games.
Yeah, there's probably at least 12 games that are coming out for the Switch before January. Like, before January 1st, there's at least 12 Switch games that are coming out.
I feel like that's kind of a problem.
Well, yeah, there's tons. Like, everybody's trying to get on the Switch right now. They're like, Warframe's on the Switch, Fortnite's on the Switch, Diablo 3's on the Switch. Like, there's all these, there's a ton of games on the Switch. Like, it's becoming one of those things where, I mean, heck, Skyrim's on the Switch. The fact you can just pull, like, a little notebook-sized gamepad out of your backpack, or, your back pocket if you really want to shove it in there. It's crazy that you can just play these AAA titles on a handheld.
It is. I feel like, I don't want to go down a rant, but yeah, there's a lot of games. If you're looking for games for the Switch, just, I don't know, good luck trying to wade through 10,000 games.
There's so many.
That was kind of a random rant, or not really a rant, but
just a
tangent. That's the word I was trying to think of.
Tangent.
But yeah, that's it as far as new games.
Yeah, and then we just move right on into the news. We got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate selling pretty well, according to IGN. It's sold over 3 million units since its launch date on December 7th, making it the fastest selling Switch game yet, which is probably going to go higher than that over the holidays. So I'm curious to see if they actually tell us how many they sell, like, during the quote-unquote holiday season.
I'm sure it'll be a lot. I mean, they sold 3 million already, and I feel like a lot of people don't buy games this late in the year because of Christmas and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I want this for Christmas.
Oh yeah, which is true. And some people, they might even just be like, here's the money, because I feel like some people, instead of, I saw this a lot working in retail. They wouldn't just get the item the people wanted. They'd like give them the money so they could go to the store and get it themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get it. It's like an event. You want to like go out and do stuff on Christmas. I'm like, but if you're thinking about
go to Walmart and who's open on Christmas?
I don't know. That's the weird thing too. Where it was like,
they're just gonna get it like a couple days after Christmas.
Yeah, which is so. But if you're thinking about picking this up for your children or yourself or literally anyone that has a Switch, yes, get them this game. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I might have talked about this a little on the last one, but this is becoming one of my Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah, so Doug Brown said, "We are thrilled to see such a strong reaction from consumers in the second holiday season for Nintendo Switch." He's and Doug Bowser, is Nintendo's American Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing. He continued to say, quote, "We're looking forward to delivering more excitement and smiles to our fans in the coming year and beyond," end quote. So.
Oh yeah, so it's. I feel like Nintendo's had a slight sophomore slump, but Smash and Pokemon have also been successful. Smash will probably continue to be successful. I'm not sure how successful Pokemon, the Let's Go Pikachu, although they've sold a couple million units, which is something to sneeze at.
Yeah, they've sold collectively over 2 million units currently.
Yeah, which is great. At least for an offshoot. It's not even a main series. I'm honestly tempted to buy that game because to be able to see Blue and Oak and the Elite Four in like 3D.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, But I don't know. Maybe if I have some extra money laying around one day or something, I'll pick that up. Moving on to more good Nintendo news, actually. Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling console in America, according to Engadget. It says, according to MPD, which is a reliable analysis group that reports on video games and such, the Nintendo Switch has sold more than 8.7 million units in North America, or just the United States, since its launch, last March. This plus puts it on a faster pace than any other console of this generation. Nintendo has stated that this was their best year since 2011.
Good for Nintendo. They are definitely doing well. They are, people always try to compare Nintendo to Sony and Microsoft, and I'm always like, no. Nintendo does whatever they want. They will always do whatever they want. They're very smart when it comes to marketing and what people want. And there's a whole group of people that love Nintendo so much. And it's just, they hit the head on the nail with the Switch. And they definitely know how to do it now. And kudos to all the people that can put their games in the eStore. But man, I wish it was better organized. But that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's great that it's the fastest selling console in America. That is insane. And there's a million reasons why. Like, I'm sure I know so many people that went out and they're like, I don't have a Switch, but I bought a Switch for Smash. Like, they're like, I wasn't going to buy it, but then I watched some videos on it, and then they bought one. And it's insane. It's just like, my friends were playing Smash, and I wanted to play with them. It's just like, okay, cool. That's awesome. I'm curious to see what the Switch is going to do in 2019. Maybe they'll come out with some more. Obviously, hopefully, they'll come out with more accessories, and I cannot wait to see the plethora of awesome games that are going to come out for the Switch in 2019.
2019 is going to be a big, big year for Switch. There's a new Fire Emblem game, new Animal Crossing, new Pokemon, and I believe that some big group, I can't remember who it was, predicted that the Switch will be the most selling console of the year next year.
Oh, yeah.
So they're definitely on the right track.
I'd probably say that. Speaking of things being on the right track, you know how Joker was a huge success at the Game Awards when he was announced for Super Smash Bros. As the first DLC character? Well, he's going to get to be in another game. So Joker's going to be in Catherine Full Body. This is coming from Polygon. The protagonist of last year's popular Persona 5 JRPG will make an appearance in the remake of Catherine coming out next year. It's unclear whether he will be DLC or in the game from the start. So Catherine Full Body is one of those games. It's a upcoming remaster of a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 game, which is kind of cool. I know a lot of people wanted it remastered. It was kind of on my radar when I had a PS3, but not really.
It's kind of a niche title, so I don't blame you.
It is. But so if you don't know what Catherine is, it's a puzzle platformer. At the core of a sense, it requires players to end up kind of doing what would you call it? Like a never-ending tower kind of thing, where you run up the tower and the blocks arrange in a certain order.
It's like Tetris, except you're on top of the Tetris blocks, and if the Tetris blocks hit you, you die.
Thank you.
You're like climbing up the Tetris blocks, but you don't control the blocks. They fall down, and then there's spikes and stuff as you're climbing up the blocks, and you have to get up to the top of the blocks before some monster kills you or something.
Yeah. So, good for Joker. Good for the Persona team. Congratulations on getting another game.
They made Catherine. The Persona team did.
That's right. Well, congratulations on making wonderful games that people enjoy.
Yeah, I love. Catherine is amazing. If you like puzzle games, check it out. It's a very weird game.
I love the art style. I just haven't. I had never played it myself.
This just makes me want to play it more. Although there's not a whole lot to go on here. It's basically just saying that Joker will be in the game somehow.
Oh yeah, I've seen this girl. Yeah.
It was a fairly popular game. It wasn't massive, but it was fairly popular. We have some. I would almost say bad news, but good news. So Bandai Namco has announced yet another fighter for their upcoming game, Jump Force. The main character of the very popular anime My Hero Academia, Izuki Midoriya, aka Deku, you might know him better as Deku, is coming to Jump Force. This is not good news for My Hero's One Justice, though. Especially if they get other characters, if they get All Might or One for All, or which they probably will.
Which is crazy. I feel like they just
that game is DOA.
Yes, I honestly feel like Bandai Namco was like, okay, here we go, and then they're like,
tweeted it out. They basically tweeted, "Hey, My Hero Academia, My Hero One Justice is dead."
Yeah, pretty much. They had a lot of people. The way they did the tweet is, guess who's Detroit smashing into Jump Force, and they had some screenshots, and everyone went ballistic, and they're like, you typed it wrong. So they did another tweet. Sorry, we spelled it wrong. Detroit smash, and it's just like, okay, that good job, guys. And they gave us a screenshot of him doing the Detroit smash and Jump Force, which looks amazing. And as people on the internet do, they have dissected the pictures, and they're like, it's manga accurate, not anime accurate, which is what we want. And then some people are like, I wanted it to be anime accurate. It's just like, guys, he's in Jump Force. Why are you mad? It's another anime that's going to be awesome in Jump Force, and it's going to be really cool. Like, just enjoy it. Also, they released the Jump Force story trailer, so if you want to go check that out, it tells you some stuff about the story, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, you can go check that out.
But that's really it. I think this is awesome. Yes, I do have My Hero One Justice. Yes, I paid $60 for it. Do I regret it? 100%. Yeah, I shouldn't have paid $60 for that game. But that was my one gaming mistake of 2018, and now I can constantly remind myself to not pre-order a fighting game ever.
At least you didn't order Fallout 76, which apparently a lot of people did, because it's the third best launch selling. I typed this really weird game in the franchise history. This comes from US Gamer.
That was a really weird thing. But go ahead. I got some things I want to say about it.
Okay,
After you tell the people.
So, despite the game's poor launch, Fallout 76 was the fourth best selling game in the crowded month of November, behind Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and Battlefield 5. It also had the third biggest launch, like I said, in franchise history. So it looks like it might be doing sales-wise. It's also receiving some patches to make it more stable. So, what do you think about this? Everyone's been complaining about the game, but it seems to be selling at least decently well.
Who are they paying to buy this game?
I mean, it's not surprising because Fallout is such a popular franchise. People just might not have known it was bad.
Do people not know? I just want everyone to know. If you're thinking about buying this game, don't. At least watch a YouTube video on it. Or just type in Fallout 76 on Twitter and just look at how many people are angry. Literally. People are so... I get it. Other people want at GameStop and other places, they want sales. But, I wouldn't let anybody buy this game. I'd be like, sir, madam, before you buy this game for yourself or your child, just watch this 2-minute YouTube video. It's just like,
you're fired.
But it's just you in a t-shirt talking about Fallout 76. I'm like, yeah, there were no super quick reviews on YouTube, and this is quicker than me trying to show you a 15-minute video of why you shouldn't buy this game. But yeah, I have mixed feelings. Yeah, good for them. Put some money in their pocket. But if they would have just thrown the word beta on, or if they would have just said, hey, if you want to try out this beta or alpha version of the game, you can. If you'd like to give us money to make it better, you can. But here's this, try it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what we need to change. But no, they're like, here's $60, the game's done, and then people start playing it, and it's
Star Citizen being beta for 10 years.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Sure, if you want to be in beta for 10 years,
I guess.
Do it. I don't care. But it's just like, what do you
I mean,
do?
you got to vote with your wallet. It's the only power you have in this kind of scenario. If
True.
you should have just don't buy games like, especially games like this, early, because they're going to get patches and they're probably going to get it wrong at least to begin with. And in this game's case, it got it very wrong, according to many people. But
Yeah.
according to this next story from Polygon, it seems like they might be heading in the right direction. So in 2019, Fallout 76 will receive weekly events and regular fixes. So it looks like, for at least the near future, Bethesda will continue to support the game. That's good news, obviously. Maybe they actually aren't going to abandon this. That would be nice.
Which is good. Bethesda kind of got curb stomped in the back of the head when this is released, and I feel like they still are. The whole pre-order controversy of people getting a trash bag instead of a canvas bag, and them releasing a whole bunch of customers' information. It's just,
gosh, it's insane how badly they messed. Like, I can't. It's so crazy how poorly they handled this.
Exactly. There's been other releases of games, and it's just I cannot remember to date a worse release of a game. Just a slew of things that went wrong. Like, oh yeah, I know you pre-ordered this game. Yes, I know the game's crap, but at least you get this cool stuff. And they're like, what's wrong with this bag? And they're like, oh yeah, we couldn't afford that. Sorry, but we're not changing that. Here's $5 in game.
Yeah.
But I think they realized, the fact that their stock started plummeting, and different stuff like that it's just like, okay, we need to do better or we're all going to be fired. So maybe they'll take the step in the right direction, hopefully.
Yeah, they also addressed an exploit that could allow items to be duplicated, so that could definitely be a problem in a multiplayer game where
That's
you can
true.
kill other people.
So, good for Bethesda. I wish you would have got it right the first time. But
It seems like nobody can get it right on these MMO lights the first time.
I
They
mean,
always F it up at first. It's crazy.
exactly. I mean, even Sea of Thieves, it wasn't perfect when it came out.
No, it needed a lot more content, and I
Yeah.
like that game.
I do too.
At least
I mean,
it wasn't a janky mess, and they didn't just lie to you about what they were, like, about physical items they were sending you, I guess. But I've heard that game's also gotten better.
it
I
has-
like I said, liked it.
Yeah, looking back, I guess I made two mistakes in 2018 when it comes to gaming. I should have bought us all Sea of Thieves instead of Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I was like, dang, Jordan, I appreciate that, and then we just never played it.
We played it like twice, and then it was just like, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, why did I buy two of my friends a massive online game when none of us really have time to play it, and we had a lot more fun playing Sea of Thieves? And two, it's just a huge MMO game that just takes so much time.
I don't like MMOs. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you or not before you bought it. I was like, I don't like MMOs.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking we could just play it super casually, and then I remembered that I don't know how to play MMOs casually. And yeah, so I think for a while, I think I'm just going to stick to MMO lights or just not play them at all because I don't have time to know life in MMO. There's too many other things I'd rather be doing. But, excuse me, Bethesda, I hope you're doing, I hope you're trying, and it seems like you are. So, speaking of people that are trying and just top of the notch when it comes to gamers, Discord is a beautiful thing. If you don't have a Discord, make a Discord. You can join our Discord. You're more than welcome to come on there and chat, hang out with us. We're very lonely in there. Not really, but you're more than welcome to join. So, Discord had an update. It's their first update in a little while since, honestly can't remember. I think August, maybe not that long. Surely not that long. But they changed some things since then, and it's some pretty cool changes. So they now have, a mic test, because Discord is, obviously, if you don't know, it's a hub for people to communicate. There's text channels and there's voice channels, and you can, type and talk in both those things respectively. So they have a nice mic testing feature, which they have now. But the cool thing is Discord also sells games. So now you can gift games, and you can also gift their premium service, which is called Discord Nitro. So what it is you can just, when you're going to buy a game, you can just be like, hey, buy this game, and just send it to someone on Discord just like you would anybody else. Same thing with Nitro. And then they did some other housekeeping stuff like images, or faster rendering. They added some... one of the coolest things they added, which is kind of just, it's not their main thing they're focusing on, but I think it's really awesome, is request to join your friend's party straight from the Discord overlay, which is pretty great. So Discord can have an overlay over your games where you can see who's vocally talking, and so now it has this thing where you can actually, it'll be like, Ryan's playing this, multiplayer game. Do you want to join? And you can just click it, and it'll take you out of your game, launch the other game using their launcher, because it'll siphon in all your games from your computer, and it'll just launch it through their launcher and put you into the game with that person. If it's easy enough. I haven't tried it with anything like Overwatch or anything like that, but I think it's pretty awesome. Apparently, downloaded game updates are way better and more error resistant and faster than all of their platforms, they say. And they also added early access games. So now devs can release their games as early access, and players like you can support them during their development. Help create some awesome game experiences. Yeehaw. So, what do you think about this?
Discord continues to do good things for the industry. Competition is good, like we've said repeatedly, and I think the request to join your friend's party is kind of cool.
Yeah, they just keep rolling out things that are just like, that's awesome. I know in the future that, hopefully Discord can be a place where we use a lot as a hub for us and our people that enjoy listening to us. But some awesome, amazing news that Ryan found out before we started recording, because we like doing, final sweeps just to see if there's anything else we want to recover before we hit record. You want to tell them about this awesome news coming from GameSpot?
I don't know if it's awesome news, but it's news. It's not really bad news. So, like you said, GameSpot reported Walking Dead final season is going to be an Epic exclusive. Skybound, those are the people who are making the final 2 episodes of The Walking Dead, have announced that the last episodes will be exclusive to the Epic Game Store on PC. The previous 2 episodes will also be added to the store. But if you got the the season pass on another store like GOG or Steam or something, you will get them through those services. And obviously, if you get them on, PS4 or something, you'll get them through that. So, and Skybound Games CEO Ian Howe and the president of Interactive Dan Murray also said in a prepared joint statement to Variety, quote, "We're excited to work together on their latest transformative event with the launch of the Epic Games Store. Epic stepped up to the plate immediately to work with us in order to bring the original team back together and ensure fans will receive the completed season of Telltale's." Jeez, it's a long quote. Of Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season. End quote.
I think this is awesome. I am excited to play these games again. I'm probably going to pick them up on the Epic Game Store just because I don't want to have to, load them up on my PlayStation. Because anyway, I'd rather just play them on PC.
Okay.
Long story short, because I'm gonna play all of them. Play through the whole thing again because it's been so long since I played episode 1 and episode 2 that I don't remember a lot of it. Honestly, I remember I like it, and that I'm glad that it's finally coming to a close and that people get to finish their works of art. So I think that's awesome. Anything else you need or want to add to this?
No.
Okay. Well, that's we're gonna roll right into our deals. It is the holiday season. We like saving y'all money, and we like telling you about things we find interesting. So we might have covered this already, but we just wanted to throw this in there again, just in case. The PlayStation Plus games for December, which is coming from GameSpot. Thank you. I know I could have just checked on my PlayStation, but this was much faster. PS4 is getting Soma, Onrush, and
Do we not already? Yeah.
I think we already did do this. I think we did. Well, I'll tell them anyway, just in case they forgot.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell them. You already have it written down.
Onco Clask, and then PS3 is getting... I should have let you read these. These are really weird names.
You're going to put the pressure on me?
No. Steriden and Steins Gate, and PS Vita is getting Papers, Please. And again, also the previous mention, Iconoclast. So if I butchered all those names, they will be in the show notes for you to just look at.
Iconoclast.
Yeah. So if you want to check those out, they'll be in the show notes, and you can just read those names and then type them into your search bars for those stores, or for PlayStation Plus. But it is winter time, and 2, or actually I guess 3 different places are having a kind of sale.
I guarantee you, every place
Everywhere.
is having a sale. PlayStation,
Well, yeah.
just go check. But we have some deals that we found specifically.
Exactly. You want to tell them about the Steam one?
Sure. So on Steam, it seems having their winter sale now until January the 12th. If you use the promo code GMG12 at checkout, you're going to save an additional 12%. So some of the deals are Assassin's Creed 3 for $430.
Yep.
That doesn't seem like a good deal.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, $30. Okay.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 for $36. Up to you whether or not that's a good deal. Hitman 2 for $28, which is a great deal because that game is brand spanking new. Soul Calibur 6 for $42. Cuphead for $15. Monster Hunter World for $35. And Dark Souls 3 for $15.
Which is, all those are pretty great. Obviously, there are way more things going on sale, but we weren't going to list them all because just download Steam or click on Steam, load it up. There's tons of stuff. They do, there's doing special deals every day. So, like, if you, I think the other day it was like, if you buy this game, you get this game, you know, for cheaper or something like that. Who knows? They're always doing special deals during this time. There's tons of stuff, and I'm sure you probably got an email. I'm sure something on your wish list is on sale. For me, they send me an email and they're like, 14 items on your wish list are on sale. I'm like, thanks, Steam. I appreciate you telling me this. But, you know, going back to free stuff, Subnautica is free on Epic Store games. That is a weird thing to say sometimes. Subnautica is free on Epic Games Store till December 27th. Also, Super Meat Boy is free on Epic Games Store from December 28th through January 10th. So just make sure you get those games if you're interested in either one of those. And even if you're not, just add them to your library and then you can uninstall them because you might want to play them one day. And they're free. You might as well get them. Apparently Epic Games Store and their partners are teaming up to give us, not us, but everybody in general that has their store or uses their store or wants to use their store, a free game every 2 weeks, which is pretty great. I thought that was pretty cool. I picked up Subnautica myself. It's installed, and I need to play that sometime. So, what do you think about this? You gonna pick up Subnautica?
Might as well if it's free.
Yeah. And then finally, we just got GOG is having a sale. Like Ryan said, everywhere is having sales. You know, it's a great time to buy stuff. Again, GOG is having a sale that is just insanely. It's almost 2,000 deals. But the two that we just wanted to mention is you can get BioShock Remastered for $4.99. You can get BioShock 2 Remastered also for $4.99. So both those games are incredible. I've heard nothing but good things about them, and I honestly might pick them up for $10. Sure, sounds pretty great. But what do you think? What do you think about all these? Anything else you want to add?
No, not really. I would just recommend checking the store, probably daily.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, check all these stores daily, because I know GOG is doing this thing where they're like, we have these select games more on sale during this time, and if you buy this, if you spend like a penny or 50 cents or whatever, you get this game for free, sort of thing. So it's kind of great that they're doing. Also, check Amazon, check literally all the places. Like, I've gotten emails from Amazon and other places that are doing like, if you buy this, you get a $25 gift card, sort of thing. So everywhere competition is good. Everywhere is trying to be creative and competitive to get your money during this time of year, which is, honestly, it's the best time to spend money because everything's on sale, or allegedly on sale. Some things just appear to be on sale, but they're actually not. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. But anything else you need to tell the people before we get into the outro?
I don't think so. There's not a whole lot of news. Most of the games are released, and A lot of the teams are probably at home with their families, so I hope they are. They've had a hard year, good year.
And they deserve it. Just as y'all are traveling and doing all that y'all do for Christmas, I just now realized this is actually going to be released
on Christmas.
On Christmas Eve, yeah.
No, this will be on Christmas.
No, it'll be on Christmas Eve because Christmas Eve is Monday. It's the 24th.
Yeah, but that's right. I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. It's okay. For
some reason I was like, no, we release these on Tuesdays, but no, we release these on Mondays. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. I always think we release these on Tuesdays, and I have to go triple check that it's coming. That I'm making it come out on Monday and not Tuesday.
So we're gonna record. When are we gonna? Well, we'll discuss when we record the next episode later.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good thing that we talk about. Well, since this is before Christmas, we hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and that you've gotten to where you're going safely. We appreciate y'all listening to us. Tell your families, put us on in the background so people can tell you to turn off that racket, and you can tell them it's my podcast I like listening to. But you don't have to do that. Honestly, just kind of just turn off the screens and enjoy time with your family, or do whatever you want with your family. Just enjoy this time of year. It's a good time of year to be with friends and family and loved ones. As always, our intro and outro song is Back to Business by the Heatley Brothers. We deeply appreciate them for allowing us to use their tasty jams for our podcast. We do a topic show which is called One Up Me. It has its own RSS feed. Just look it up wherever you listen to podcasts. Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, etc. We love doing that show just as much as we love doing this show. It's super fun. You're more than welcome to reach out to us on our social media. The podcast has its own Twitter, which is One Up Me Podcast. I have a Twitter, which is a Swaylock. Ryan has a Twitter, which is Ryan Divisions. We also have an email, oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. Again, that email is oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. You are more than welcome to reach out to us on any of those platforms with questions, suggestions.
Tell us what you got for Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell us what you got for Christmas. I can't speak for Ryan, but you're more than welcome to add me on any of the gaming platforms I game on. If you want to play games with me, I'm more than happy to do that with y'all. And we have an Instagram. It's oneupmegaming.com. Sorry, oneupmegaming. Just that's the handle. And our link to our Reddit and our Discord are going to be in the description. We have a Twitch. That's oneupmegaming. And yeah, like we said before, we just want to just be super transparent with people, and just y'all are more than welcome to email us anytime you want. Questions, topics, suggestions, different things like that. Just what you want us to cover. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Some people are like, I don't want to email my podcast, because they're, whatever. We don't care. You're more than welcome to. We've had a couple people do it, and it's great. We reply to them. We put it in the notes so we can cover it, and that's how we
squeaky.
That's how we come up with some of these topics. But let's wrap this up because I know y'all have stuff to do, and so do we. We have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/oneupme. We would appreciate it if y'all would just go take a look at there and see if we're worth $1 a month, which would be greatly appreciated. It helps support the show, and we can keep pumping out new and interesting things for y'all. We got some plans we'd like to do for 2019. Sorry. Thank you, 2019. I'm trying not to hiccup while doing this, so it's really weird. But we have a website, oneupmegaming.com. We just did a redesign a couple days back. It looks pretty beautiful and awesome. And we do a Patreon exclusive show a month. We're working on ironing those details out for y'all, so it should be out soon. If you would like to listen to that, it will be Patreon exclusive. It will not be anywhere else. And we've the first two we did. The first one we did was Danny Phantom. We watched all the Danny Phantom episodes and did an episode on that. It's awesome. And then we did a episode on Toonami, and we're working on what's going to be this month's.
We also
go ahead.
For $1 a month is how you get that. But if you pay $1, you also get one of my news early. If you pay $2 or more, you get both episodes early plus the extra podcast. And then if you get $5 a month, you get early access to any articles we write plus all the extras of the tiers below it.
Correct. And as always, if you're going to do some shopping, we have an Amazon affiliate link in the description. You can just click on that and it'll give us a little kickback. We'd appreciate that. And we love you. We appreciate you. Safe travels. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Jerry Kwanzaa. And all the other holidays that people celebrate around the world. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, just have a great day and eat your favorite food. And just keep being awesome. And as always, play on.